Hare Krishna. So we are discussing the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Today's discussion, we will take two verses, 34 and 35th. Which duty to perform? So we'll try to understand about our duties that we are supposed to perform. We dedicate this session to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of the worldwide Hare Krishna movement. Please repeat after me the verse. Indriyasyendriyasyarthe Ragadveshau vyavasthitau Tayorna vasham agachet Tau yasya paripanthinau. Translation. Please repeat. Attraction and repulsion for sense objects are felt by embodied beings. But one should not fall under the control of senses and sense objects because they are stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization. So Krishna is speaking about a natural phenomena that we, who are the embodied beings here? Who are the embodied beings that Krishna is talking about? All of us, the living beings. Those who have occupied the body, embodied. So he's speaking about embodied beings. That is natural that attraction and repulsion for sense objects are felt. Yes or no? We like certain things. We feel attracted to certain things, certain objects, certain people, and we feel repulsion from certain objects, right? तो ये natural सी बात है, लेकिन then Krishna is suggesting one should not fall under the control of senses and sense objects because they are stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization. So on a regular course, this is the way. If I like something, if I like doing something, I'll do it. If I don't like, I will not. Yes or no? ऐसा ही होता है ना. बट यहां पर यानी कि हम सारे पूरी तरह से कैसे ड्रिवन होते हैं? वी आर ड्रिवन बाय आवर सेंसेस इंक्लूडिंग द माइंड. जो अच्छा लग रहा है वो करना है, जो अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, like that. But the thing is, if one is serious on the path of self-realization, if one seriously wants to advance in his spiritual life, understand his real identity, then one has to come out of this attraction and repulsion. Then one has to, as it is Krishna is saying, one should not fall under the control of senses. That means he should control his senses, because otherwise it will be stumbling block. It will hinder the path of self-realization. Take small example. Can anyone share some example in this regard? Some real life example that we can understand from. Yes, कितना सुंदर उदाहरण है. देखिए प्रैक्टिकल एकदम. भगवत गीता क्लास है, संडे को 4 बज चुके हैं, 5 बज चुके हैं, और भाई मैच आ रहा है क्रिकेट का, हम मैच देखने लग रहे हैं या कुछ और करने हैं. तो इसका मतलब है वी आर controlled by the senses and sense objects, and thereby we are digressing from the path of self-realization. Similarly, any other example? Yes, we don't wake up in time. So you see, something we know that it is important, that is good for me, at least for my spiritual life, even otherwise also, but then I fail to do it simply, है ना? We snooze our alarm. Why? Because सोते रहना है और थोड़ा 5 मिनट और 5 मिनट और 1 घंटा एक्स्ट्रा हो जाता है ना? So many things, we can go on and on, so many examples are there. So now let us see what Srila Prabhupada explains in the purport. Those who are in Krishna consciousness are naturally reluctant to engage in material sense gratifications. Reluctant. But those who are not in such consciousness should follow the rules and regulations of the revealed scriptures. So you see, because this world is designed like that, especially this material world, and we, embodied beings, or you can say conditioned souls, we are conditioned in so many ways. So we feel attraction, repulsion. So there are certain rules and regulations which are given in the scriptures, in the Vedas, Vedic literature. Certain rules and regulations are given that, okay, even if you want to gratify your senses, follow these rules and regulations. In this way, you can engage in gratifying the senses. Because then the hope is, or the idea is, that if you simply do this much under these rules and regulations, if you engage in sense gratification, you will still not be entangled. You can still tread the path of perfection. That's the idea. इसीलिए शास्त्रों में, अब जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अब why this marriage ceremony, vivaha sanskar, why that is recommended? That is okay, one has to get together, a couple, husband, wife, or a boy and a girl, but then there is rules and regulations. Okay, you get married, and like that you stay together, live together. Otherwise, what will happen if one breaks this? Oh, then rampantly it will be very sinful. Then what to speak of self-realization, even material life will become very troublesome, right? So like that, all these rules and regulations are given. But let us see. Unrestricted sense enjoyment is the cause of material engagement. But one who follows the rules and regulations of the revealed scriptures does not become entangled by the sense objects. For example, according to scriptural injunctions, one is forbidden to engage in sex relationships with any women other than one's wife. But in spite of such injunctions, a man is still inclined to have sex relationships with other women. These propensities are to be curbed, otherwise they will be stumbling blocks on the path of self-realization, just like we were discussing. As long as the material body is there, the necessities of the material bodies are allowed, but under rules and regulations. Now, body requires to eat, है ना? Body को fuel चाहिए run करने के लिए, so body has to eat. But then, eat what? Eat the designated food under rules and regulations. You cannot just go out, kill anything and eat it. That is not recommended, that is not allowed. Then it will become sinful. So eating is not prohibited, but there is a process how you do it. Designated food, first you offer it to Krishna and then accept as prasadam. Like that, in every area. So you see, still we are, that way senses are getting that pleasure and delight, yes or no? When we are engaging in honoring prasadam, तो थोड़ी प्रसाद जो हम लेते हैं तो बहुत तकलीफ होती है और बिल्कुल भी टेस्ट नहीं होता. Some blend food is given. Not like that, right? प्रसाद भी इतना स्वादिष्ट हो सकता है, उससे भी आनंद हम लोग उठा रहे हैं, एंजॉय तो कर रहे हैं. Our senses are gratified, but under rule and regulation. So we are not entangled. We are not entangled. अब लेकिन देखिए, अब यहां देखिए, practice of sense gratifications under regulations may also lead one to go astray. Example is given, as much as there is always a chance of an accident even on the royal roads. So what is being told here? That okay, some rules and regulations are given, and under those rules and regulations, one can gratify his senses. But if one develops that propensity, और हर चीज में अपना सेंस ग्रेटिफिकेशन ढूंढना है ना, अपनी इंद्रिय तृप्ति के लिए कार्य करना, then what is the risk? Risk is due to that propensity, he may go astray. जैसे कि एक रॉयल रोड, बहुत अच्छे से रोड बनाई, बहुत अच्छी व्यवस्था करी, बहुत अच्छा व्हीकल है, बट स्टिल देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी, सम चांस ऑफ एक्सीडेंट. जैसे अभी जो एक्सीडेंट हुआ है ना, क्रैश हुआ. सो सम पीपल आर posting videos and all those things. So somebody was saying, because now some people are talking that भाई air travel करना is very risky, है ना, better not to travel by air. तो ये सब लोग बात कर रहे हैं. तो कुछ लोग फिर फैक्ट्स बता रहे हैं. फैक्ट्स, वो क्या बता रहे हैं? फैक्ट्स Now, I may be not exactly telling the facts or remembering the fact, but yes, you will get an idea, at least the proportion. If you're walking on road and you meeting with an accident, that chance is very, very high. But if you are traveling by air in an airplane, so the chance of it getting crashed and you dying is 1 in 11 million. So that means it is so rare. बट वो अलग बात है कि आप इतने दुर्भाग्यशाली हो कि आप उस रेयरेस्ट ऑफ रेयर में जाके फंस गए. That can be a scenario. But so they are saying that air travel is the safest, much safer than the road or train travel. है ना? But still वो मिलियन में भी एक तो हो सकता है. Yes or no? Yes or no? उसी तरह हम कह सकते हैं नहीं नहीं, आई एम वेरी रिस्ट्रिक्टेड वे में आई एम enjoying, I'm engaging in sense gratification. But the problem with this is that one may develop that propensity to always seek that sense gratification, and then if one is not very vigilant, very alert, he may go astray. समझ रहे? जैसे कभी कभी devotees also, so they practice, okay, हम लोग भगवान को पहले भोग लगाएंगे और फिर प्रसाद पाएंगे, है ना? लेकिन कभी कभी कहीं बाहर ट्रैवल कर रहे थे, कुछ दिख गया, एंड इट वॉज नॉट रियली नीडेड बट समबडी ऑफर्ड समथिंग, तो थोड़ा एक्सेप्शन कर लेते हैं, है ना? थोड़ा सा ले लिया, उसको बुरा ना लग जाए, और कई सारे रीजंस के तहत हम ले लेते हैं. अब एक एज एन एक्सेप्शन इट मे बी ओके इन सर्टेन एक्सेप्शनल सिचुएशन, बट सोचिए नेक्स्ट टाइम उसको वो डिवोटी अगर ऐसा सोचे कि ठीक है ना, एनीवे क्या होता है, वो उस समय भी तो लिया ही था, वन मोर टाइम इट विल गो. एंड देन if he is not very very alert, if he gets callous, then what can happen is it will become a regular affair, it will become a new normal. So that's the risk. That is why it is said no, bilkul strictly prohibition. Only in some rare exception, something, some scenario, you please take it. Not like ऐसे ही चलते फिरते ही हाँ चलो exceptions बनाते जा रहे हैं हम, है ना, हर दिन हर alternate day पे exception हो रहा है. नहीं, that is not right. The sense enjoyment spirit has been current a very long time owing to material association. Therefore, in spite of regulated sense enjoyment, there is every chance of falling down. In spite of regulated. So ye, ab now this, what Prabhupada is mentioning here, this is called Nivritti Marg. Therefore, any attachment for regulated sense enjoyment must also be avoided by all means. Now this is for the people who are serious on the path of self-realization. Otherwise for many, हाँ ठीक है ना, अब ये सब तो चल रहा है, घर गृहस्थी है ही, बाकी सब है, बाकी हम कर लेते हैं, कभी पार्टी शार्टी भी कर लेते हैं. बट येस, एवरी डे आई चैंट माई राउंड्स, you know, I come for session also every day, every week I do this. So that is also nice, that is much better than those who are not following at all bhakti yoga. समझ रहे हैं? लेकिन ये जो पर्टिकुलर इंस्ट्रक्शन आ रहा है, ये आ रहा है those who are further even more serious, very dedicated, determined to reach the goal of life, reach the destination. But action in the loving service of Krishna detaches one from all kinds of sensory activities. Therefore, no one should try to be detached from Krishna consciousness at any stage of life. Sometimes people take retirement, no? Not sometimes, people usually take retirement. Sometimes people retire from Krishna consciousness also. So, you know, I was chanting, but then at some point I thought that now I've realized. So I tell you practical, my personal experience with. So that time I was in Jaipur. So there was a big program that was organized by the Association of Doctors. Some doctors association. It was a big program organized in very posh locality of Jaipur in a garden. And it was a spiritual program, quote unquote. So some spiritual person, some Guruji was supposed to come and give a lecture and a big arrangement was done, big pandal was set up, big stage, big asan, very elaborate arrangement. So then somebody informed us. So our team, few of the devotees, and I was in folk at that time. So the team was sent to this place for book distribution, so that we also can get some place, get some counter or stall, and we distribute the books, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and the other books. So we went there, and before the program started, हम लोग जाके अपना अरेंजमेंट सब कर रहे थे. तो वो जो स्वामी जी थे जो आने वाले थे, वो अभी तक आए नहीं हैं. तो जो उन्होंने स्टॉल्स के लिए जो स्पेस दिया हुआ था, आपने तो देखा होगा ना, जैसे कोई बुक फेयर में या कहीं पे जो लिटरेचर फेस्ट होता है, उसमें स्टॉल्स होते हैं छोटे छोटे. यहाँ पे भी लगाते हैं ना ये लोग, हीरनदानी में भी यू विल फाइंड दो स्टॉल्स. सो स्टॉल्स मतलब यू कैन हैव योर स्टैंडीज पुट अप देयर, सम बैनर्स पुट अप देयर, यस, सो दैट पीपल कैन सी, एंड without even talking to anyone they can understand something. Acha, they'll get some information. So there was so many standees, banners, and all these things were put up. So I was moving around, was seeing acha, what is the most appropriate place. So then of course naturally I happened to read those standees and banners. तो वहाँ पर उनकी फ़ोटो लगी है और बहुत सारी अच्छी अच्छी चीज़ें लिखी हैं. तो उसमें लिखा है एक बहुत अच्छी चीज़ कि गुरु की क्वालिफिकेशन क्या होती है. What is the qualification of real guru? So they were using the word real guru, just like we use bona fide guru, bona fide spiritual. So very good. I mean, तो of course it was many, मतलब 15 years हो गए, तो शायद verbatim याद नहीं है, लेकिन मोटा मोटा I'll tell you. तो उसमें से लिखा था qualification of a real guru dot dot, फिर नीचे multiple points लिखे हैं. First point, उनके स्पर्श मात्र से ही आपके अंदर एक विद्युत का प्रवाह होगा. मतलब टच करोगे तो बिजली आएगी. दूसरा पॉइंट, कुछ इन्हीं लाइंस पे, मतलब बड़े ऐसे, मतलब एसोटेरिक से, बड़े खतरनाक से वो पॉइंट्स थे. मेरे को लगा यार कोई डर गया तो मतलब क्या गुरुजी हैं क्या है, ये करंट वरंट लगा दे रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ हो रहा है. वो चीज़ लिखी हुई है वहाँ पे. तो एनीवे I read it. Then the moment I turned back, one young boy, he said, so he saw, noticed our attire and tilak and this thing. फिर वो बोलता है, आप लोग कहाँ से हैं, आप मंदिर से हैं? So he referred to the temple. मैंने कहा yes हम वहीं से हैं. बोलते हैं हाँ हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा. मैंने कहा yes हरे कृष्णा. So बोलते हैं अरे पहले पता है मैं भी जाता था मंदिर. वो किसी और शहर में था पहले, शायद दिल्ली में या कहीं पे. तो मैं भी बुक्स पढ़ता था, मैंने भी भगवद गीता पढ़ा, ये पढ़ा, और पता है मैं प्रभुपाद जी के लिए इतना ग्रेटफुल हूँ, मैं क्या बताऊँ. मैंने कहा वेरी नाइस. सो यू नो वेरी नाइसली इज एक्सप्रेसिंग हिज फीलिंग्स. एंड आई वाज लाइक, मैं भगवद गीता पढ़ा, मैंने उसमें मैंने साफ साफ पढ़ा गुरु की क्वालिफिकेशन, और मैंने और भी बुक्स पढ़े, और पता है उनसे मुझे इतना हेल्प मिला कि आज फाइनली मैंने रियल गुरु को खोज लिया है. यही है वो रियल गुरु. So here I'm basically not trying to make fun or criticize anyone here. All I'm trying to say is certain things. That's like here Prabhupada is saying, no one should try to detach from Krishna consciousness at any stage of life. So this person, maybe in good faith, so he detached himself. He said कि हाँ मैंने ये किया तो इसका रिजल्ट मुझे क्या मिल गया कि अब मैं इनके पास आ गया जो मेरे अंदर करंट फ्लो कर देंगे और फिर मैं रियलाइज कर लूँगा सब कुछ, और इस तरह की बातें. So that can happen. So one has to be very conscious and alert. Next verse. Yes, please repeat after me. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paridharmat swa anushtitat swadharme nidhanam shreyaha Pardharmo bhayavaha. It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though they may be faulty, than another's duties. Destruction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties. For to follow another's path is dangerous. तो यहाँ पर भगवान श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन को इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे रहे हैं ना. अर्जुन जो हैं वो क्या करना चाह रहे थे? What was the state of mind? That okay, let me not fight because these are my kinsmen, my people only. I will not fight. I will adopt the way of life adopted by mendicants, है ना. I will beg alms. मैं भिक्षा मांग के जीवन यापन कर लूंगा. मतलब कि and who is he? He is a kshatriya. Kshatriya means his duty is to fight. He cannot back off from the battlefield. But he is speaking of going back and begging alms and live. So here Krishna is saying that you should perform your duty. Don't try to do another's duty. Like Brahmanas or sannyasis, they are supposed to, yes, they are supposed to live like that. Beg alms and live. Some Brahmana, suppose if he is saying, or some sannyasi, if he is saying, no, I want that kingdom, let me fight. It will not suit that person. वो उसके लिए नहीं है. उसके लिए है संन्यास, renunciation, give up, lead a simple life, practice your bhakti, है ना. But for a kshatriya, that is not recommended, that is not his duty. So that's what Krishna is saying. Prabhupada explains further, one should therefore discharge his prescribed duties in full Krishna consciousness rather than those prescribed for others. Now what are these prescribed duties? We will try to understand further. Prescribed duties complement one's psychophysical condition under the spell of the modes of material nature. What is the psychophysical condition? साइकोलॉजी से साइको आ गया, फिजिकल से फिजिकल आ गया, यानी कि बेसिकली सीधी भाषा में गुण और कर्म, है ना. जैसे भगवान भगवद गीता में भी जो बोल रहे हैं, जो वर्णाश्रम जो धर्म है, जो सेग्रीगेशन किया गया है 4 क्लासेस का, 4 वर्ण और 4 आश्रम, वो किसके आधार पे है? गुण कर्म. चातुर्वर्ण्यम मया सृष्टम गुण कर्म विभागशः. तो गुण और कर्म के आधार पे. गुण मतलब कैसी क्वालिटीज है उस व्यक्ति में और कैसी फिर उसकी एक्टिविटीज में, किन एक्शंस में एंगेज्ड है. तो वो बताया जा रहा है कि उसको, और वो किससे इफेक्ट होता है उसकी साइकोफिजिकल कंडीशन, कैसा इन्फ्लुएंस उसके ऊपर है मोड्स ऑफ नेचर का. हमें डिस्कस कर रहे थे राइट अपने प्रीवियस सेशंस में. मोड्स ऑफ नेचर, सत्व रजस तमस, उनका जो कंबाइंड इन्फ्लुएंस होता है एक व्यक्ति पे, दैट डिफाइंस हिज साइकोफिजिकल कंडीशन, साइकोफिजिकल स्टेट. तो उसके अनुरूप यदि वो अपनी ड्यूटीज कर रहा है, अपने कार्य कर रहा है, सो दैट इज एक्चुअली recommend, that is right, that is called prescribed duty. अगर वो उसके अगेंस्ट कर रहा है, that is not recommended, that is not very good. Now spiritual duties are as ordered by the spiritual master for the transcendental service of Krishna. So prescribed duties में भी one is material duties, right? जिस तरह की वो स्थिति में है, कंडीशन में है. One is brahmachari, one is grihastha, vanprastha और sannyasi. One who's working, one who's having some other engagements, occupations, उनके तहत, so they are material duties. And spiritual duties are the duties which are given by the spiritual master. जो spiritual master बताते हैं, chant 16 rounds every day, wake up early in the morning, perform Mangal Aarti, hear Srimad Bhagavatam, read Bhagavad Gita, observe Ekadashi, है ना, Ekadashi fasting. So like that, all these different duties, they are called spiritual duties, which are given by the spiritual master. But both materially or spiritually, one should stick to his prescribed duties even up to death, rather than imitate another's prescribed duties. How can one imitate? So there's this small example which probably we can relate with. So there was this boy whose father, who had a family business of selling milk. He had a dairy, family business, father, grandfather, everyone. So he was also very, first of all, very conversant with the entire process, and he liked also. He very much liked it, how milk production, and very, Shuddh, A2 milk. And he was from a devotee family, so he would also distribute the milk, supply the milk to the devotees, so that it can be offered to Krishna. some portion of the milk he was sending to the temple for offering to Krishna, है ना? So very happily he was doing. Then one fine day it so happened that and he was a young fellow, कुछ दोस्त और कुछ साथी वो आए, उन्होंने कहा कि यार ये क्या तू दूध बेच रहा है? अरे भाई हमें देख, हम लोग तो शहर में जाकर के, बड़े शहर में जाकर के कॉर्पोरेट्स में हम काम कर रहे हैं, है ना? हम लोग जो है सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट कर रहे हैं, तू कुछ सीखा ही नहीं लाइफ में, यार योर लाइफ इज वेस्ट। तो इसने क्या किया, इसने कहा नहीं मेरे को भी ऐसा कुछ करना है। तो पापा से बोलता है, पिताजी आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू गो एंड आई ऑल्सो वॉन्ट टू एंगेज इन टेक्नोलॉजी एंड दैट कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ। और फिर वो क्या करता है, कुछ कुछ करके थोड़ा कोडिंग सीख लेता है, और फिर आकर के बैठ करके कोडिंग करने लग जाता है। अब एक्चुअल में उसकी इच्छा नहीं है, उसका मन नहीं है वो, है ना? समहाउ पीयर प्रेशर, किसी के कहने से कुछ कुछ करके आ गया उसमें, है ना? तो अब क्या होगा, ही वोंट बी एबल टू डू इट प्रॉपरली। और यही यहाँ पे बताया जा रहा है, साइको फिजिकल कंडीशन। हाँ, अगर कोई वो जो मिल्क वाला जो काम था, दूध बना के डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना या बेचना, अगर उसमें उसी को प्रॉब्लम है, उसका नेचुरल बेंट साइको फिजिकल उसकी कंडीशन वैसी है कि हाँ आई वांट टू गो अराउंड engage in some technical work, computer work, coding, then yes, he must go there. But the entire thing that Krishna is trying to teach us here is that one must engage in the duties or quote unquote job which suit his psychophysical condition. Isn't it so natural also? इसलिए कभी कभी लोग बोलते हैं ना, आजकल भी आप सुनेंगे कुछ स्पीकर्स बोलते हैं, नहीं आप फालतू के वो 8 to 10 वाले जॉब में मत जाओ, पहचानो अपने उसको, है ना? अपने पैशन को पहचानो, अपने क्या चीज़ आपको एक्साइट करती है उसको पहचानो, वही काम करो, लाइक दैट। या पीपल से ऑल दिस स्टफ। सो एक्चुअली इट इज दिस ओनली व्हाट कृष्णा ऑलरेडी सेज। दैट इज व्हाई ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य, शूद्र, these segregations are done based on one's psycho-physical condition, है ना? क्षत्रिय मतलब he has to be very courageous, शौर्य। क्षत्रिय मतलब डरपोक नहीं हो सकता वो, अगर वो डरपोक है, भाग गया, युद्ध च अपलायनम, युद्ध से पलायन कर गया अगर, तो क्षत्रिय नहीं कहलाएगा वो, है ना? ब्राह्मण है, कोई कह रहा है आई एम ब्राह्मण, बट ही इज अ फूल नंबर 1, ही डजंट नो एनीथिंग, इज इलिटरेट। इलिटरेट तो चलो पढ़ना लिखना इज वन थिंग, बट ही डजंट इवन नो एनीथिंग, नो स्क्रिप्चर, नथिंग, एंड इज सो प्रभुपाद वुड गिव एग्जाम्पल दैट इन कोलकाता these days, of course, it is not the case perhaps, but around 40 years ago, 50 years ago, so here we have auto rickshaws, right? In Mumbai we don't even see cycle rickshaw here, but if you go to tier 3 cities you will find cycle rickshaw still today. And even earlier there were rickshaws pulled by humans, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? man pulling rickshaw or whatever, Hath rickshaw. So Prabhupada was giving example once. He was giving a lecture. So he said, what has happened these days? So one rickshaw wala, he was pulling that rickshaw. उसको ठेला भी बोलते हैं वहाँ पे कोलकाता में. So somebody is seated and he is pulling, and he has put up a tilak because it seems that he was born in a Brahmin family, but he was doing this rickshaw pulling for years. तो वो रिक्शा लेके जा रहा है और वहाँ से सामने से लोग उसको नमस्ते कर रहे हैं। क्या बोल रहे हैं? नमस्ते पंडित जी। और वो उनको ब्लेस कर रहा है, उनको ब्लेसिंग्स दे रहा है, जीते रहो बेटा, खुश रहो बेटा, और रिक्शा ठेल रहा है वो। तो प्रभुपाद बोलते हैं दिस इज एक्चुअली अ फार्स, ही इज एक्चुअली डूइंग अ शूद्रा वर्क एंड क्लेम और मे बी थिंकिंग दैट ओ इज अ ब्राह्मण, so that is not the way. Duties on the spiritual platform and duties on the material platform may be different. But the principle of following the authorized direction is always good for the performer. जैसे हम जब केस स्टडी कर रहे थे तो बहुत डिस्कशन हमने किया, राइट? किसके बारे में? रितेश के बारे में, कि भाई रितेश को भाई बाहर जाना चाहिए कि नहीं, हायर जॉब, हाई पेइंग जॉब लेनी चाहिए नहीं, वगैरह वगैरह। तो उसमें कुछ पॉइंट्स निकल के आए थे, कुछ ग्रुप्स ने वो बोले कि इफ ही इज authorized like that, if he has consulted the seniors and they have said, yes, please go and work, then that is recommended. So here also again Prabhupada explains and emphasizes this principle of following the authorized direction is always good for the performer. Okay, there's confusion, what to do, what not to do. What is my prescribed duty? What is my spiritual duty? I'm not sure. So what do? We simply consult and take guidance. And whatever is authorized, we can do it. That is always a safe path. For example, a Brahman who is in the mode of goodness is non-violent, whereas a Kshatriya who is in the mode of passion is allowed to be violent. As such, for a Kshatriya, it is better to be vanquished following the rules of violence than to imitate a Brahman who follows the principles of non-violence. है ना? Arjun was trying, okay, let us not fight here, so I will not even kill them, and what to speak of me getting killed, let me go back. But Krishna is saying, even if you get killed in following your path, right path, following your prescribed duty, you should go ahead. You should not back off. Everyone has to cleanse his heart by a gradual process, not abruptly. So we have, in history, we have the examples of one Brahmana and one Kshatriya who actually changed their duties, or quote unquote their varna. Vishwamitra and Parshuram. So Vishwamitra was actually a Kshatriya, he was a king, but then he turned into a Brahmana. Once he became Brahmana, then he was not practicing violence. And that is the reason he came to Dashrath, Maharaj Dashrath, asking for help. That he was getting disturbed with those Rakshasas, the demons. So he came to Maharaj Dashrath and requested that please send your son Ram to protect me, to protect us, and to kill those demons. He could have easily killed them actually, but he did not practice violence because, yes, now I'm a Brahmana. Similarly, Parshuram was actually Brahman, but he adopted the role of Kshatriya and he killed so many. How many times he killed? 21 times. He made the earth, planet bereft of Kshatriyas. पूरा मास किलिंग. तो ये एग्जाम्पल्स आते हैं. लेकिन अब देखिए यहाँ पे प्रभुपाद लिख रहे हैं, that's a gradual process, not abruptly one can do it. However, when one transcends the modes of material nature and is fully situated in Krishna consciousness, he can perform anything and everything under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master. So this arrangement is called Devi Varnashram. Devi Varnashram system. Devi Varnashram means anyone can play any other role also under the guidance of the bona fide spiritual master. For the performance of Krishna consciousness, for the spread of Krishna consciousness, like in our movement, there are devotees who are engaged in managerial services, managing the entire temple's organization. There are some devotees who are very scholarly, so they are more engaged in giving classes, preaching, making some preaching content, all those things. But if needed, the roles can be swapped as well. है ना? So that is called Devi Varnashram system. So in Kali Yuga actually, Varnashram system is not possible. To actually implement the exact Varnashram system is not possible. That is why under the umbrella of Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Yoga, this Devi Varnashram system is still possible. In that complete stage of Krishna consciousness, the Kshatriya may act as a Brahman or a Brahman may act as a Kshatriya. In the transcendental stage, the distinctions of the material world do not apply. Yes. But, as it is said on the top, it's a gradual process, not abruptly. Then, another important, under the direction of the bona fide spiritual master. These are the important principles. One should not whimsically think, like some people say, my work इज माई वर्शिप. बोलते हैं ना लोग, माई वर्क इज माई वर्शिप. सुना है आपने? नाउ somebody हाँ ये गड़बड़ हो जाती है. Somebody who is engaged as a butcher in a slaughterhouse. Suppose if he also thinks my work is my worship. So just see how badly he is mistaken. Can it be worship? Slaughtering animals, can it be worship? Is it worship in any sense, in any way? It cannot be worship, no? But he is thinking. Spiritually, that is why I said transcendental stage distinctions of the material world do not apply. There are past, of course, this pastime I do not remember exactly, but yes, I've heard there was some devotee, exalted devotee, who was a butcher. In Dwarka, there were prostitutes at Krishna's times, and they were great devotees. It is mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Great devotees of Krishna. So when one transcends because of his advancement in Krishna consciousness, in the transcendental stage, the distinctions of the material world do not apply. Otherwise, always there are distinctions. Actually speaking, many times people these days, they talk about equality. है ना? Lot of equality, sab barabar, no distinction should happen, should be there. But that is not, you can say, that is not real, that is not practical to not have distinctions. Because you see, the distinction or the discrimination has been made since we have taken birth. Just imagine. हम लोग ज़रा सी बात में, अरे आपके मंदिर में ना VIPs के लिए अलग होता है, वो वहाँ से क्यूब बनाते हैं, वो टोकन देते हैं, वो अरे भाई हर जगह डिस्टिंक्शन है. आप कहीं भी जाइए, आप एक ऑफिस में जाइए, आप एक जॉब के लिए अप्लाई कीजिए, आप एक एग्जाम के लिए अप्लाई कीजिए, अगर आपने क्वालिफाई किया तो आप अंदर आएंगे. यस और नो? यस और नो? अरे फ्लाइट की टिकट खरीदते हैं लोग, बिजनेस क्लास, ये क्लास, फलाना क्लास, है ना? पैसा पे करता है ना वो. वहाँ कोई बोलता है आके कि यार आप डिस्क्रिमिनेशन कर रहे हो, आप ये क्या बना रखा है आपने, बिजनेस क्लास बना रखा है और इकोनॉमिक, व्हाट इज दिस? एक ही बनाओ सारा. क्या है वो गरीब है तो वो उड़ नहीं सकता वहाँ में, वो एंजॉय नहीं कर सकता? अरे भैया, discrimination is a law of nature, please understand, and there's a basis to it. There is a basis to it. Rather, discrimination is law of justice. Imagine हाई कोर्ट जज, दो लोगों ने फाइल कर दिया केस प्रॉपर्टी के लिए. हाई कोर्ट जज बोला नहीं नहीं नहीं, आप दोनों बराबर हैं, इक्वल हैं, आपको बराबर बराबर दिया जाएगा, लीजिए. अरे ऐसे थोड़ी है भाई, किसका है वो, है ना? वो सब चीज़ों पर डिस्कशन होगा. फाइनली इट मे बी गिवन टू समबडी, one of them, right? One of the two. And that is called justice. वो जस्टिस बैठा है ना वहाँ पे. जज कौन है? उसे जस्टिस बोलते हैं ना, सुप्रीम कोर्ट चीफ जस्टिस. तो ही इज देयर टू गिव जस्टिस, एंड द जस्टिस व्हाट ही गिव, क्या हुआ उसमें? एक जने को मिल गई पूरी प्रॉपर्टी, एक जने को कुछ नहीं मिला, है ना? और हम क्या बोल रहे हैं उसको? जजमेंट. वो जस्टिस है भाई. लेकिन उसके साथ वो सोच सकता है ना, मेरे साथ तो जस्टिस नहीं हुई, मेरे साथ तो इनजस्टिस हो गई. बट नहीं, जस्टिस की डेफिनेशन ये नहीं है कि जो डिजर्व ही नहीं करता उसको भी चीज दे दी जाए और कहा जाए कि जस्टिस हो गई. नहीं. बच्चा एक जब जन्म लेता है, आप देखिए ना, कोई बच्चा जन्म ले रहा है विद अ सिल्वर स्पून इन हिज माउथ, है ना? बड़े रिच घर में, वेल्दी घराने में, राज घराने में. और कोई बच्चा जन्म ले रहा है एक छोटी सी स्लम में, वेरी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशंस. यहाँ तो सोचिए उसका लाइफ अभी स्टार्ट ही नहीं हुआ था, मतलब उसने कुछ एक्शन किया ही नहीं है, इजंट इट? अभी जन्म ही तो लिया है उसने. अब करेगा वो जो भी अपने एक्शंस करेगा, एक्टिविटीज़ करेगा, मेहनत करेगा या जो भी है. बट नहीं, तो आप देखिए जब से जन्म हो रहा है उसके पहले से ही वो निर्धारित है, उसके पहले से ही डिस्क्रिमिनेशन इज एप्लीकेबल. So we should never think, oh everything is equal, everyone should be equal, always equality equality, वो चक्कर में वो आर्टिफिशियल हम सिचुएशन क्रिएट कर देते हैं, और उस आर्टिफिशियल सिचुएशन में देन देयर आर सो मेनी अदर रेमिफिकेशंस, उसके फिर दूसरे बुरे प्रभाव अननेसेसरी पड़ते, बिकॉज आर्टिफिशियली आप कुछ करेंगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मौन रहना, साइलेंस, मौन रहना बहुत, yes it is nice, but that is not a natural situation, natural condition for a living entity. Natural condition is, yes, active, being active, talking, discussing, hearing. So the right way is to dovetail all those propensities, all those proclivities to Krishna consciousness. Silence is not just keeping quiet, but even if we are talking about Krishna, even if we are chanting, that is also called silence. That is actually silence. Because the tongue is given by the Lord for a purpose. You speak, you vibrate it, and you taste something. So we vibrate Krishna's names, Krishna's glories, and we taste Krishna Prasadam. That is a success. That is much, much better than simply negating talking and tasting. You know?
Distinction is only the material existence. When it comes to spiritual level, then in that way we can assume that there will not be distinction because one is engaging in a loving devotional service and constitutional position is that one.
Yes. Yes, so of course, these discrimination, so-called discrimination and distinction that we are talking about is on material platform. Spiritually, when a devotee is evolved, spiritually advanced, then there are no such distinctions.